start? we love the throw. Welcome to Khosi. Gumede is the principal of Muzomhule Primary School. Khosi, just tell our guests something about your primary school. I know you're very proud.
Our school, Muzomhule Primary, is a school that starts from grade. Oh, thank you. Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Thank you. Muzomhule starts from grade R to grade 7. It has got about 1,200 learners this year, and 31 educators and 5 non-educator staff. The school fees for the year are 200 rands per annum, and of that, 30% of parents pay the school fees. But we have a very dedicated staff, and such that the pass rate has been increasing yearly. Like last year, we knocked a 95% pass rate. Yes, so we have a dedicated staff. Thank you.
That's fantastic, 95% with the facilities you've got, and 200 rand a year school fees is amazing. As we know from our work with PFP, there are 5 key groups in any school that we have to try and impact. That's the learners, obviously, the staff, the educators, the school governing body, the parents, and the community, and that's a lot of people to keep juggling in the air, isn't it, Khosi?
Yes, it is, Kim. It's quite a mammoth task, but it's one that I try to do my best with.
Yeah.
Try and do the balancing act.
Yeah.
So far, I am successful.
Yeah, I've seen it from the inside. The demands you get from all those groups are enormous. Parents knocking on your door, SGB all the time. But we created a program between ourselves to tackle all those 5 groups, as I think all the partnerships did. But today you want to talk specifically about the parents group. Tell me why that is.
Yes, like you're saying, there are 5 stakeholders. That's what that we mentioned. But precisely for this event, we decided to present just on parents. Parents are a big part of the school. To galvanize and have their support, you show that we're going to have a successful school. And especially our parents, most of them are gogos, like grandmothers, and they are also single parents, and mostly it's women. And they are unemployed, and so they depend on the government grant for their economic and social stuff. So for them, to empower them, we are empowering the whole community. So that was our thought behind. Yes.
And so what initiative did you take? What did you start?
We had already agreed with the governing body and the school and the teachers that we need to look at a parenting club, start a Muzomhule parenting club. So how are we going to do that? We thought of maybe let's bounce it with the parents first, hear what they say, get their ideas as well, because it's what's going to be their thing. So in a very ordinary parents meeting last year, September, remember we met in August last year? Yeah, so last year, September, we bounced it with the parents, and the parents agreed, and then we asked for the topics from them. And the parents gave us the topics, and the topics, I think, they might be showing in the screen, I don't know. But maybe it was, some of the topics were discipline, both at home and at school. It was, supervision of homework and time management. It was bullying and peer pressure. It was sexual matters. Yeah,
substance abuse as well.
Yes, and drugs and alcohol. Yes, that was also prevalent. So they brought those topics to us.
Yeah, those are quite heavy topics. I know when I've talked about this program outside, I think these are common issues across many schools, whether they're in Muzomhule or in Westville. I mean, these are the sort of issues that parents are really trying to tackle all the time. So how did you kickstart this?
At that point in time, again, after having identified it with the parents, for our PFP plan as well, it was a point where I needed to grow in terms of delegation. I had to look into it that I delegated them more so that I create time for myself as principal to do the coaching that I had to. So the action was that we should at least have a teacher, a senior teacher, who was going to lead the campaign or lead the launch. So we had a senior teacher, master teacher, who is also here with us, Caesar. Caesar is here. Caesar, hi, shine there. There's Caesar. Yeah, so there is Caesar. So she led, she's the chairperson of that campaign and of that committee. Yeah, so that's how it went.
And what else did you need? So you had the leader and
okay, of course, for her, it was also to spearhead that, and also just to come back to me just as a soundboard for direction and stuff. But beyond that, when we started to engage with it, we needed, because we're a Zulu-speaking school, we needed a very good Zulu-speaking facilitator. And there Kim organized for us a very good facilitator, an international accredited facilitator. Akona can say, shine in the bed, shine there, Akona is there.
Yeah.
And she volunteered services for the whole day in our school to come and do and present the workshop to the parents. And that workshop, the whole idea was that we were going to have 4 sessions a year, but because we started late in the year, we're looking also to overflow this year.
And so the first workshop happened in November last year, didn't it? So tell us about the workshop. How did it go? How many people were there and so on?
Okay, what was comfortable when negotiating with Akona, with myself and Akona as well, Akona was happy to at least workshop 100 parents, not more, so that it could be a successful workshop. So we targeted 100 parents. So those came in numbers. Others were very jealous that they were not invited, so we still hope that this year. But it was a very successful workshop, a brilliant workshop, and Akona did an amazing job with those parents. And they really felt the school was giving back value to them as parents and as well as the community at large.
So what do you think the impact of these initial workshops has been, and what have you got planned in the future?
Yes, there are lots of plans around that. Like you see, the topics are quite many. That one happened in November. We're supposed to have another one now in March, but Akona has also agreed to help us with another one just in April when we come back from our short holiday. So that is the plan initially, but the impact that it had on parents, it's massive. Out of those workshops, 2 things that come out of my mind is that one, this year we're seeing a lot of collaboration, a lot of support from them to us. In terms of understanding, that kids disciplining kids at school, it's a challenge with the teachers. So they now understand our challenges with disciplining their kids. 2, out of the workshop as well, Akona, in her workshop alluded to them that they should also engage professional help, like get social workers, get psychologists. So come this year, and also she actually extended it to even giving them her number to say just for consultation. So this year, the parents came to us and they said, you know what, we've gone to social workers, Muzomhule will be coming here to look for kids so and so and kids so and so, and we've got a flow of those social workers coming into the school. And that is a great impact because it's the parents' initiative consulting those social workers. And if you look at it, it's impacting in the community as well. These people belong to the community, so their problems are being solved in the community so that they don't come and impact us in the school. So we see a lot of good repercussions out of that workshop to us as a school, so it's good. It's a 5 minutes gone.
All I can say is fantastic. Well done, Khosi, and well done, Caesar, and well done, Akona. I think they're here to stay, these parenting workshops, yeah? Here to stay.
Definitely, they are here to stay. They are the background of your family.
Great.
Yeah,
Thanks, Khosi. Well done.